Hello, I'm JT Quicks. I love you all. You're all awesome. Okay? This week we're going to talk about how prejudicism makes you give up. Because that's what prejudicism does. Okay? Alright? My soul's been in heaven for over 10 years now. Okay? I'm in the war for heaven, and I'm gathering intelligence for you. Okay? So you can understand the war for heaven better, and you can start delivering your souls to heaven. Okay? That's what's keeping your soul out of heaven, is prejudicism. The laws of prejudicism. It makes you give up. Okay? The laws of prejudicism are things like, I can't, I cannot, that's impossible. Okay? That's all in prejudicism and hate to keep your souls out of heaven. Okay? It makes you give up. Okay? It makes you quit. That's what it does. It makes you quit. It makes you give up. It makes you quit. That's what prejudicism does. Okay? Things of discouragement is what makes you give up. Okay? Things like that. Okay? Let's get back to the war for heaven a little bit. Satan started a war against heaven a long time ago when he created fear. Okay? I believe Satan is fear. Fear is Satan. Okay? This war started before civilization. Okay? That's when fear was created. Okay? Now this fear, this evil, keeps your love weak and broken. Okay? This is what keeps your love weak and broken, so you never see the truth from heaven and you never deliver your souls to heaven. Well, the laws of prejudicism go against you delivering your souls to heaven. What it does is it makes you give up. That's why I tell you always to believe in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, this removes your fear. Okay? And never ever give up to win against evil. This will make your love unbreakable, so we can make your love powerful and unbreakable, just like Jesus Christ. Okay? That's what we're trying to do in my videos here. Okay? Because it is a war. Putting souls into heaven is a war. It's not a religion. Okay? So, alright? And you got to rise against prejudice and hate to do that. And that's what I'm explaining to you in my videos. Okay? I know everything there is to know about prejudice and hate and its forces of love, things like that, so we can deliver your souls to heaven. Okay? My soul's been in heaven for over 10 years now. Okay? I see Satan. I see the truth in real time. Okay? And I'm delivering this intelligence to you. So every week I try to put a video on and I try to explain things to you so you understand the war for heaven better. Because putting souls in heaven is a war. Okay? You want to talk about the laws of prejudice is, what do you call it? I can't, I cannot, that's impossible. Okay? You got to do what they say can't be done. Okay? You got to make that motivation. Okay? Make it motivate you more. Okay? You got to go against that. Okay? You got to do what they say can't be done. Okay? And you got to go against the laws of prejudicism. All right? Because that's what's keeping your souls out of heaven. Is prejudicism and hate. Okay? Is keeping your souls out of heaven. How it does this with fear and evil. Okay? What happens is, evil is created from fear. Okay? All right? And then fear, evil is created from fear. And then evil creates more fear. It's just a vicious cycle of fear and evil. This keeps your souls out of heaven. What I need you to do is break this cycle and do what they say can't be done. Okay? And that goes against prejudicism. Okay? When you do what they say can't be done. Okay? And that's how you do that, okay? You always believe in yourself and you never ever give up to win against evil. And do what they say can't be done. Okay? And put your soul back in heaven where it belongs. Because what's keeping your soul out of heaven is Satan. Yeah. Satan is fear. Fear is Satan. As long as you live in fear, you're not delivering your soul to heaven. Okay? It's that fear and evil that is keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? Things that are created from fear is prejudgment and hate. If you live in fear, you will prejudge and you will hate. Okay? If you remove your fear, you will stop prejudging and you will stop hating. Okay? All right? Things like prejudgment and hate make you attack the truth. It makes you attack heaven, and it makes you attack the forces of love. Okay? If you live in fear, you will prejudge and hate others. If you remove your fear, you will stop prejudging and hating others. Okay? All right? Okay? What else? Things that are created from fear, I wanted to explain that, okay? Things that are created from fear is prejudgment and hate is created from fear, okay? Now what's created from that is evil, okay? So when you got fear, you got prejudgment and hate, you got evil, okay? Terrorism is created from prejudgment and hate, which is created from fear, okay? Chaos is all created from fear, okay? Hate and corruption is prejudicism and hate. That's created from fear, okay? What else? All the bad stuff you see going on around the world is created from fear, okay? Mental illness and suicide, that's the causes and effect between the forces of love and evil. That's what that is. That's what mental illness and suicide is. The causes and effect between the forces of love and evil. Okay? In most cases when it's mental illness, okay? And suicide, okay? All right? If you want, I could touch on suicide a little bit. What happens with suicide is when your soul enters the war for heaven. Because what happens is if you're going to deliver your soul to heaven, your soul's going to enter the war for heaven. And what happens to a person is they don't realize that their soul is in the war for heaven. They get attacked by evil. Okay? When a person gets attacked by, when a country gets attacked by evil, they get attacked by terrorism. Okay? All right? When a person gets attacked by evil, they get attacked by prejudice and hate. Okay? Let me repeat that. When a country gets attacked by evil, it gets attacked by terrorism. Okay? When a person gets attacked by evil, they get attacked by prejudice and hate. Okay? All right? And that causes mental illness on the person. Okay? All right? That causes mental illness and depression and all these mental kind of ailments that you see out there. Okay? It's caused from prejudice and hate. All right? What else? Yeah. Okay? That's because you're in the war for heaven. Okay? Now what happens is your soul is in the war for heaven. You get attacked by evil. You don't know you're being attacked by evil. This puts you into a really deep depression to where it hurts. Okay? And then you're living a life of like hopelessness, you know, because your life was completely destroyed or whatever when this happens to you, you know, because this happened to me, you know. So what happens is this hurts. And what they want to do is they want to escape the pain because there's no hope. There's no hope. And they don't know that they delivered their soul to heaven. You understand? When you get attacked by evil, you're defending heaven. Okay? They don't know that they delivered their soul to heaven. And what do? They commit suicide. They give up. That's what they do. They give up. What evil does, evil breaks love and makes you give up. That's what evil does. That's why I tell you never ever give up to win against evil, okay? Because that's what evil does. Evil makes you give up. Prejudicism makes you give up. Okay? That's trying to keep your soul out of heaven. That's why. It doesn't want your soul to go to heaven, because what happens is your love hurts prejudicism. Okay? Your love's actually conquering evil when you deliver your soul to heaven correctly. Okay? Your love is conquering evil, and what happens is evil's going to try to break you and keep your love weak and broken. That's what evil does. Okay? All right? That's what evil does. Yeah. Okay? Evil breaks love. Prejudicism makes you give up. That's what it does. The laws of prejudicism make you give up. Things like I can't, I cannot, that's impossible. All discouragement, the trolling and all that stuff, it makes you give up. Okay? That's what it does. It makes you give up. Okay? When you never ever, when you always believe in yourself and you never ever give up to win against evil, you're removing your fear. That's what you're doing. You're removing your fear and you're keeping the fear out. Okay? So, all right? And that's what you're doing. Okay? Now I'm going to explain how to deliver your souls to heaven. Okay? Let's explain how an animal delivers its soul to heaven first. Okay? Because all animals win when they die, because they live in the wild. Okay? Now let's explain how that's related to that. Okay? With an animal, what happens is all animals win when they die. How do they do this? Because their souls are already in heaven while they're alive. Their souls are already in heaven while they're alive. And what happens is they always believe in themselves and they never ever give up to win. Okay? Animals never give up to win because they have to survive in the wild. In order to survive in the wild, it has to never give up to win. That keeps its soul in heaven. So this way, after it dies, its soul stays in heaven because it never gave up to win. Never gave up. Okay? So this way, when an animal dies, it wins. An animal that lives in the wild. Yeah. Okay? All right? Well, it works the same way with a human. Okay? With a human, it's you always believe in yourself. Okay? And you never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? This starts to remove your fear. Okay? Because with the human, now you're in civilization. Okay? And when you're in civilization, you're going to have fear and evil. It's the fear and the evil that is keeping your soul out of heaven. Okay? It's that fear and evil that is keeping your soul out of heaven. So what you need to do is you need to drive against this. So you need to make your love powerful and unbreakable. Now, how do we do this? You believe in yourself. You never ever give up to win against evil. Okay? This will make your love powerful and unbreakable, just like Jesus Christ. Okay? And when you believe in yourself and you never give up to win against evil, you're following Jesus Christ to heaven the correct way. Why? Because Jesus Christ is powerful, unbreakable love. That's how you follow Jesus Christ to heaven the correct way when you do this. Because you're making your love powerful and unbreakable, just like Jesus Christ. Okay? All right? Because Jesus Christ is powerful, unbreakable love. Okay? So what happens is, as you're believing in yourself, believing in yourself removes your fear. Fear goes against two things. Fear goes against you believing in yourself and believing in heaven. Okay? That's what fear goes against. You need to remove that fear because Satan is fear. And fear is Satan. That's why that needs to be removed. That's what's causing you to prejudge and hate. That's why you need to remove this. When you remove your fear, you will stop prejudging and hating. So as you believe in yourself and you never ever give up to win against evil, you will stop prejudging and hating. You will stop prejudging and hating others. You will stop attacking heaven. You will stop attacking the truth. Okay? What happens is, if you live in fear, you defend Satan. If you remove your fear, you defend heaven. Let me repeat that. Live in fear, you defend Satan. Remove your fear, you defend heaven. Okay? Let's get back to delivering your souls to heaven, okay? As you're removing your fear, you start to see the truth automatically. What happens is you start to learn the difference between good and bad. Automatically, you start to learn this because you're starting to overcome evil by removing your fear. When you remove your fear, you overcome things, okay? And what happens is you start to learn the difference between good and bad. So you'll start to learn the difference between good and evil. Automatically, you're going to learn this from heaven because you're pulling your soul closer to heaven, okay? And then what happens is, as you're removing more and more of your fear, you start to overcome things. You start to behave. You automatically behave. Okay? So this is how you overcome. You can overcome anything. I overcame a lot of things by removing my fear. I used to smoke. I overcame that. I never gave up until I quit. Okay? I never gave up until I quit smoking. Okay? That was one of the things I quit doing. Years ago, I used to drink. Somehow I just stopped drinking. Probably because I increased the forces of my love. And I overcame it. Okay? And I stopped drinking. I used to drink a lot years ago. Back in the 90s, early 90s. You know? So I overcame that because I removed my fear. Okay? And as you remove your fear and you increase the forces of your love, you overcome things. You actually overcome evil. That's what you're doing. Okay? Eventually you will stop bowing and breaking to prejudice and hate. That's right. You will stop bowing and breaking to prejudice and hate. And you'll only bow and break to Jesus Christ, love, and heaven. Okay? Okay? All right? And don't fear God. God loves you. Okay? God loves you. God prays for you. And God cheerleads your soul to heaven. Okay? And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? We got your back. We'd never ever want you to give up to win, okay? We got your back if you get attacked by evil. Okay? What else? God loves you. God's your best friend. Jesus Christ is your best friend. Okay? He loves you. He prays for you. And he cheerleads your soul to heaven. And guess what? He believes in you. Why? Because he wants you to deliver your soul to heaven. That's why. Okay? That's why we believe in you. Okay? All right? What else? No judgment. There's no judgment at heaven. You're delivering your soul to heaven while you're alive. Your soul's going to enter heaven while you're alive. There's no judgment. You're going to remove all your fear and your soul enters heaven. As you remove your fear, you become a non-sinner. You'll become a non-sinner because you will overcome everything. Okay? You will overcome everything. Like I said before, okay? And you'll become a non-sinner, and then your soul enters heaven. Okay? Never ever give up to win. You in heaven never lose. Okay? Because you're in the war for heaven now. Alright? You in heaven never lose. Never ever give up to win. Okay? Against evil. And that will keep your soul in heaven while you're alive. Okay? And you won't fear death. You want to know why you won't fear death? Because you know you're going to win when you die. Because you're going to know your soul's already in heaven. Knowing that your soul's already in heaven, You know you're going to win when you die. That is the greatest feeling in the world. That is the greatest feeling in the world. Nothing beats that. Okay? All right? And, nothing beats that. All right? And do what they say can't be done. Okay? That's the friction. Prejudgtism is going to try to stop you from delivering your soul to heaven. So you got to do what they say can't be done. And put your soul back in heaven where it belongs. You got Satan trying to keep your soul out of heaven. Satan's telling you that you can't do this and you can't do that. Or you cannot do this and that's impossible. No, it's not impossible. Your soul gets delivered to heaven before you die. You understand? Things like I can't, I cannot, and that's impossible is what's keeping your soul out of heaven. That's your own fear telling you that. Your own fear tells you that. That's why you got to remove that and overcome it. When you overcome that, you overcome evil. And you put your soul back in heaven where it belongs. When your soul is in heaven, and you've already delivered your soul to heaven, and you're never ever giving up to win, and you're keeping your soul in heaven, now your love is conquering evil. Okay? Your love is conquering evil. Because you're going to win when you die. Now your love is conquering evil. Okay? All right? And what happens is now you're defending love and freedom with the forces of love. Because that's what you're doing. Heaven is a pure love and freedom for your soul. Heaven is a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. That's what heaven is. And that's where you want to put your soul. Okay? That's where my soul's at, by the way. Okay? I'm going to win when I die. But I'm just telling you that you want to put your soul back in heaven. It's a beautiful, tranquil, pure love and freedom for your soul. So when you put your soul in heaven, you are defending love and freedom with the forces of love while you're walking around here down on the planet. You will be defending love and freedom with the forces of love. Okay? When you deliver your soul to heaven, this is what you're doing. You're defending your love, heaven, while delivering your soul to heaven. That's what I just described to you. Okay? And what you're doing is you're defending love and freedom with the forces of love. Okay? Because you removed all your fear, now you're defending heaven. Now you're defending heaven. Okay? And the forces of your love is through your talents. Okay? So, no matter what the talent may be, the forces of your love is through your talent. If you love what you do, and you never give up, and you do what they say can't be done, hey, the forces of your love is through your talents. Probably no matter what they are, you know? I was a good elevator technician back in the day, So, all right? So, and now I'm a singer-entertainer, okay? So, I do amazing things when I sing, okay? It's actually the forces of love, yeah? Okay? So, all right? What else? I'm trying not to miss anything. I explained suicide to you, right? Yeah. Suicide, what happens is, suicide is evil makes you give up. That's why when a person gets attacked by evil, they commit suicide, because evil made them give up. Okay? Because mental illness and suicide is through evil. So what happens is, eventually you will overcome the suicide, because you remove your fear. When you remove all your fear, you will overcome suicide. And then as you increase the forces of your love more and more and more, you will overcome mental illness. Okay? Let me throw that in there too, okay? I overcame suicide and mental illness. Okay? So, I was mentally ill for a long time. I was in a depression for a very long time because of this. Okay? I was in a deep depression for a very long time because of this. Because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what this was until my love started increasing. And your love will always increase as long as you always believe in yourself, you never ever give up to win against evil, your love's going to increase, and it's going to increase, and it's going to increase. Now you're conquering evil. My love's increasing and increasing and increasing because I never give up to win against evil. Okay? I'm actually going after Satan. Okay? So, but you never ever give up to win against evil, and that will keep your soul in heaven while you're alive. Okay? All right? Yeah. I'm trying not to miss anything. I told you the causes and effect of fear, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yep. All right, now we're going to talk about the causes and effect of the forces of love versus evil, okay? What happens is, we're going to tell you where the evil comes from down in the real world here, okay? What happens is, with evil, this is how evil gets transferred, okay? Or this is the causes and effect between the forces of love and evil. What happens is, we got prejudice and hate, trolls and cowards, okay? Right. The prejudice and hate, trolls and cowards defend Satan. Okay? Yeah. Defend Satan. Okay? The prejudice and hate, trolls and cowards defend Satan because they live in fear. Okay? Because they live in fear. That causes them to defend Satan. So when you increase the forces of your love, you're going to get attacked from that. Because you're hurting their prejudice when you go to deliver your soul to heaven. And they're going to try to break your love. Okay? They're going to try to break you with things like hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stab in the back, prejudice attack. Okay? They'll blame you for this, blame you for that. Everything's your fault. They'll troll you. Oh, forget about it. It never ends. Because now you're in the war for heaven. Because now you're in the war for heaven. Yeah. Okay? All right. So what happens is, let's say somebody hates you and they're trolling you, or you know, you can say, "Hey, I win when I die." Okay? Go pound sand. Go have a nice life. You know what I mean? Tell them right out. "Hey, I delivered my soul to heaven. I win when I die. Go pound sand." You tell them in a nice way, you know. Or you can be nasty. You can be nasty about it. You know, when they try to break you, you can say, "Hey!" You know, you say, "Hey! Take your prejudice and hate and stick it up your butt." Well, you can use the nasty words too. That's okay. All right? All right? You can tell them that. Go pound sand. Go kick rocks. You're not going to allow them to break you. That's the problem. They're trying to break you. And when they can't break you, you're going to drive them mad. You're going to drive them mad. Why? Why does this drive them mad? It drives them mad. And then they attack you with prejudice and hate. Your love drives them mad. The prejudice and hate, trolls and cowards. And that's why they attack you with prejudice and hate. Because they're trying to keep your love weak. Because they don't want you delivering your soul to heaven. You understand? So you're going to make your love unbreakable. You're not going to allow them to break you. Okay? You're the one following Jesus Christ to heaven the correct way. They're following Satan right into the gates of hell. Okay? That's what they're doing. Okay? So, all right? Yeah, okay? So, that's, you know, that explains that. Yeah. The things you're going to experience when you go to deliver your soul to heaven, you're going to experience things like, you're going to have people hate you. You're going to get, you know, things you're going to get attacked by is like hate, ball breaking, chop breaking, the stab in the back, prejudice attack. They'll blame you for this, blame you for that. Everything's your fault. Forget about it. It'll never end. It'll never end. They'll troll you, things like that. Yeah, It'll never end. That's evil. That's prejudice and hate. You're being attacked by prejudice and hate. You're being attacked by prejudice and hate breaks love. It's evil. Prejudice and hate is evil. It breaks love. That's why it's there. It's there to keep your soul out of heaven. That's why fear and evil is there. To keep your soul out of heaven. Okay? Jesus Christ, love in heaven. We love you, we pray for you, and we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? You're going to sit back and you're going to do what they say can't be done. You know what I mean? You're going to do what they say can't be done. You're going to make your love unbreakable. Okay? You're never going to give up to win. You're always going to believe in yourself and never ever give up to win. And that's going to make your love powerful and unbreakable. And in this way, the prejudices, hate, trolls, and cowards ain't going to be able to break your love. Then you're going to start learning the difference between prejudice and hate and the forces of love. You're going to see the difference. You're going to see the prejudice and hate down here on the planet. And then you're going to see the forces of love in heaven. You're going to learn the difference. Automatically, as you remove your fear. When you remove your fear, you will overcome evil. And you'll start seeing the difference from heaven. I never read the Bible. Okay? So, I never read the Bible. All the information I'm giving you comes from heaven. Comes from heaven. Okay? All right? So, this is the truth from heaven. Heaven is the truth. Heaven was the truth before the Bible. Okay? Heaven was the truth before civilization. Okay? And heaven is the truth now. Okay? Heaven is the truth. This is what I'm explaining to you. The truth from heaven. I'm explaining this the best way that I can so you can deliver your souls to heaven and become a warrior for heaven. I want you to become a warrior for heaven. Okay? We need warriors. Okay? That's what these videos are all about. So you can become a warrior for heaven and put your soul back in heaven where it belongs. Show you how to conquer evil and win. Okay? Show you how to conquer evil and win. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing in my videos. Okay? We want you to win. Okay? Because if you win, heaven wins. You understand? If you win, heaven wins. Okay? What else? Yeah. I was attacked by a lot of prejudice and hate. Okay? I know this stuff. You ain't gonna find anybody with more experience when it comes to the war for heaven than JT Quicks. Okay? I'm in the war for heaven. And I'm explaining everything I know so you win. Okay? Because I want you to win. I'm sharing everything I know with you. I want you to conquer evil and win. Put your soul back in heaven where it belongs. Okay? A good warrior never ever gives up. They kick the crap out of evil and they deliver their souls to heaven. Okay? All right? That's it. All right? I used to curse, but I'm trying to make this family-friendly videos now, you know, so. Okay? So, yeah, I want you to win. Okay? I'm going to throw in the truth about Jesus Christ, okay? What happened with Jesus Christ was when my soul entered heaven 10 years ago, I was seeing prejudice and hate, and Jesus Christ told me the truth, what happened to him. Jesus Christ told me that he was tortured and murdered before he could tell you how to deliver your souls to heaven. That's the truth I received. Then for the next 10 years, I was increasing the forces of my love. Slowly but surely, trying to figure out. I had to figure out how to make love unbreakable. That was the one thing that took a long time. That took the longest time, was how to make love unbreakable. Because I wasn't sure. I knew I was making my love unbreakable, but I needed to figure out how I was making the, excuse me. I was trying to figure out how I was making my love unbreakable. Winners don't quit, quitters don't win. I'm pretty sure that's what I was doing. But somehow I ended up I accidentally delivered my soul to heaven 10 years ago. I was attacked by a lot of evil. I was attacked by a lot of prejudice and hate on the job. It never ended. The hate and the ball breaking and the chop breaking, it never ended in my life. My life is a war because of this. Okay? My life is a war because of this. Okay? So for the next 10 years after my soul entered heaven, my life ended. My life completely ended. It ended. And I had to understand why and how. I was being attacked by prejudice and hate. That's why my life ended. I was attacked by prejudice and hate so bad, I couldn't put my life back together, no matter how hard I tried. So I came to a decision to learn how to fight evil and deliver souls to heaven. That was my decision. Okay? I wasn't worried about making money or nothing like that and trying to be successful at something. I'm a success when it comes to fighting evil and delivering souls to heaven. That's where I'm successful. Okay? I know how to fight evil and deliver souls to heaven. I'm a warrior for heaven. Okay? And that was this decision I made. As my love was getting stronger and stronger and stronger, I started seeing the truth in real time. I started seeing the prejudice and hate, trolls and cowards. And you know, why we were being attacked by that. And I was trying to, you know, as my love increased, I started answering more and more of these questions that I wanted to answer. Okay? I started seeing the war for heaven. The complete war for heaven is what I started seeing. At first, it started out where I was just seeing some prejudice and hate, and then Jesus told me the truth. You know? All right, let's get back to this story about Jesus Christ. He told me that he was tortured and murdered before he could tell you how to deliver your souls to heaven. Okay? 10 years ago, after my soul entered heaven. So, like I said, I was increasing the forces of my love. And I come to find out that when Jesus was tortured and murdered, he was attacked by evil. Okay? We all know he was attacked by evil because his love was conquering evil. So he was attacked by evil. He was attacked by its prejudice and hate, trolls and cowards that live in fear. That's what he was attacked by. His soul was already in heaven when they attacked him. Okay? His soul was already in heaven when they attacked him. He never gave up. He never gave up to win. He never gave up. And that kept his soul in heaven after he died. That means he won. Okay? That's the truth I received from heaven about Jesus Christ. Okay? He never gave up to win against evil. And that kept his soul in heaven after he died. Because his soul was already in heaven. His love was already conquering evil. He was driving the prejudice and hate, trolls and cowards out of their minds. He was driving them mad. Because they couldn't break his love. They couldn't break his love. That's why they kept attacking him with prejudicism and hate. Okay? That's why they keep attacking me with prejudicism and hate. Because they can't break my love. My love is unbreakable. And that's what I'm showing you in my videos. How to make your love unbreakable. Okay? Unbreakable. That's the most part. That's the most important thing. Make your love unbreakable. Powerful and unbreakable. And will put your soul back in heaven where it belongs. Okay? Alright? And that's the truth I know about Jesus Christ. Okay? And I'm doing this for Jesus Christ, love in heaven. I'm making these videos for Jesus Christ, love in heaven. That's why it's called JT Quicks. Jesus Christ, love in heaven. Okay? Because I'm making these videos for heaven. So we can put souls back in heaven where they belong. Your soul belongs in heaven while you're alive. So it conquers evil. Okay? When your soul's in heaven, your love is conquering evil. Okay? And you win when you die. Alright? Okay? We love you, Jesus Christ, love in heaven. Okay? We love you, we pray for you, and we cheerlead your soul to heaven. And if you get attacked by evil, we got your back. Okay? Until next week, I'll try to think of another topic. But the topic of this one's going to be Prejudgment makes you give up. That's going to be the topic of this video. Okay? All right. Until next week. Love you. Bye.